Okay, so let's continue in 11.1. We have these equations for our next example. X equals 2 to the t and y equals 2 to the negative t. And t is greater than or equal to 0. So we want to sketch a graph. Okay, so if we have our table, we can have t, x, and y. And t is greater than or equal to 0, so we have t is either 0, 1, 2, 3. So that means 2 to the 0, right? That would be 1. And then for this one, 2 to the negative 0, that would also be 1. And keep in mind for the y, this would be the same as 1 over 2 to the t. And then for t is 1, 2 to the first power is 2. And then 1 over 2 to the first power, that would be 1/2. And then for 2, 2 to the second power is 4. 1 over 2 to the second power will be 1/4. 3, 2 to the third is 8. And then 1 over 2 to the third is 1/8. Okay, so when we go to graph this, we have, again, keep in mind you're graphing these. So we have okay, so for 1, 1 is at t0, 1, 1. 2 1/2, so 2 1/2 would be here. 4 1/4 would be here. 8 1/8 would be here. Okay, so it's going to go like this. Okay, where this is t equals 0, t equals 1, t equals 2, t equals 3, and we're going like this. Another thing I want to mention about these is you could try to solve for the y in terms of x, because you might want to say, well, what does this look like if I just have, if I could take out the t variable, and you could do this in a lot of cases, right? So for our equation, x equals 2 to the t, start down here, x equals 2 to the t. If I want to solve this for t, what I could do, because I have 2 as my base and I'm raising it to t, I could take log of both sides and have the t come down, right? Now I could do it in a special way. I could do log of any base. Now because my base here is 2, I could do log base 2 and log base 2. And so that would give me, on the right, the t would come down. Now what's log base 2 of 2? Well, that would be 1. Right? So I'm just left with t. So my t is really equal to log base 2 of x. Okay, so, and you could use that now and plug it into the y equation. So we have y equals 2 to the negative t. So y equals 2 to the negative t. That means when I plug this in now, log base 2 of x, I have 2 to the negative log base 2 of x. And so I have y equals, now this negative that's in front, I could use that negative and put it as an exponent on my x. So I have 2 to the log base 2 of x to the negative 1. Okay, now the 2 to the log base 2, that's going to cancel each other. Right, so I just have y equals x to the negative 1, which means this is y equals 1 over x. Okay, so that's what the graph of these parametric equations is based off of. Okay, so if you remember the graph of y equals 1 over x, we have a scenario where we get like this going on. Right? But ours is only focused in on really this piece when as you guys could tell, it's only that portion of the y equals 1 over x graph. Okay. All right, well, what if we're given an equation and we're asked to write it in terms of a parametric equation? Right? We're given a regular equation in x and y form, right? X's and y's, and now we're going to ask to convert this into a parametric set of parametric equations. Also, one thing we could do is for this one, y equals 2x minus 1, we could say that we have t equal to 2x, and then we could have y equal to t minus 1. Okay, well now you might ask yourself, where's the x? Well, we just rearrange this equation to say x. Right? If we divide both sides by 2, we would have x equals t over 2. And so these two would be our parametric equations. Okay, let's try another one. Y equals 3x plus 4. So again, we could do a similar approach. We could say that t equals 3x. So therefore, if we divide by 3, we would have x equal to t over 3. And then y would equal t plus 4. Okay. Let's take a look at another one. Let's say we have y equal to 3x squared minus 5. Okay, so if it's 3x squared minus 5, we could say that t equals x squared. So that means if we take the square root of both sides, we would get x equal to the square root of t. Okay, so x equals square root of t. And then we would have y equal to 3t minus 5. Okay, any questions? Just write me an email. I'll see you guys later. All right, have a good day, have a good night. We'll see you soon.